Hey up lads and lasses, Damphyre here, back again, and I'm getting that extra video done as well. So, we're going to talk about the Sandrake because, again, one of the other premier AA, there was a point where this actually got sort of shafted a little bit, and then it's kind of come back in quite a decent way, and it's actually pretty good now. I've actually seen reports where this thing's outperforming Mistral, which is quite an interesting one. So yeah, I need to try and get some tech points back into this thing to get it running again. So it's primarily an anti-air ship. Actually, it's pretty much only an anti-air ship. It's got pretty terrible ability to sort of attack basically anything else, but it has a lot of ability to like stack hit rate on it, which gives it to this point where it's like very few things can actually stop this thing just pulling them apart. And I think that's why it kind of makes up for one of the better anti-airs that you can use. Again, as well, unlike the Spore, this can be used in the flank fleet to attack air as well. So it has that sort of ability to be used in flank fleets and stuff as well, which just makes it vastly, well, not vastly, but superior to the Spore in my opinion. So first off, this is going to be an odd one. I like going into the armor system, but it's not because it's got armor in there. It's got hit rate in the armor system. I never quite worked out why these hit rates are in here, but you want to be picking up both of these. This gives you, you know, like a pretty nice hit rate buff. You've got your armor system, you got slots here where you normally put HP. You're not buffing the HP much because the base HP is not particularly great anyway. So you may as well use two of these slots to increase your hit rate against fighters and corvettes by, you know, a further 15, 30%. And that's before you even get to weapon systems. So, you know, it's got this quite nasty, just like overall hit rate buff. So armor system, get the two hit rate buffs. Go into the weapon system, get the other hit rate buff. You're now sat at 45% hit rate against aircraft and corvettes, which is, at the end of the day, pretty damn nasty, and it's just going to hit. There's nothing you can really do about this thing, just like pulling your other aircraft apart if you haven't got the right screen in front of them. So, that's how I start off. Two hit rates in the armor system, hit rate into the Sandrake atmosphere, into the weapon system, and then from there on, you're all about the damage. I'd start off picking up the attack interval by 3%. I know it calculates that it's not going to do quite as much as other weapons, but if we look at the damage per hit, you know, those buffs aren't really doing too much. And reducing the attack duration, which is 24 seconds, is actually really good here. Again, no duration on its anti-aircraft missile system, but on the cannons, you are going to reduce those hit rates quite a lot. Reduce those attack intervals by quite a bit. So I do recommend going in, picking up the two attack intervals, then picking up double cooldown. I then recommend picking up your damage against aerial targets by 4%. So this caps out at 20%. So it's like a both of these increase cannon damage, but in like one slot. That leaves you with one slot left on the weapon system. And in my recommendation, I actually do pick up pursue targets on this one. When the target's HP falls below 20%, increases attacks in a single round by 1, so you get an extra attack off each round, and you reduce your attack interval by 40% again. So you're just making sure you finish off those Mistrals and other like as fast as humanly possible. The other option here would be to pick up one of the damages, giving you an extra 10% damage, but like I mentioned, you're not going to get much from it. It will give, you know, a reasonable amount to the damage per hit on the missile at a +4 damage per hit, but you've already got +20, so that's going to give you +8 here. And yeah, plus 10% damage per hit, 1.5 extra damage on the cannons, not particularly useful here. So my recommendation is do pick up the pursue targets here. There is an argument to target selection time again. This is definitely a possibility. Again, depending on how you're trying to screen your fleet, what is going to be your screen. I reckon keeping the Sandrakes back a little bit So not picking up the target selection time here because you're going to be picking it up on the propulsion system. So go for the pursuit targets, in my opinion. Picking up both the ship evasion and the 1 target selection time on the propulsion is going to give you a nice little bit of extra survivability. It's an extra 16% ship evasion, and then your target selection time here, just to stagger that target selection time a little bit behind your Balancer Andersons or whatever you're using to screen. But at the same time, you're not pick this one up, so it's not going to get ahead, and it's not going to get primaried and taking out super fast. So that is the Sandrake in a nutshell. Absolutely really good. Definitely check it out and give it a go. You might surprise you how much AA this can actually bring. And like I said, I've seen reports recently of it outperforming Mistrals. So it was actually a pretty good AA way back in the day. And then there was a nerf that happened. I can't remember. I think it was when the system damage stuff came out. And then at some point, it got fixed, or I'm not sure what was going on with it. Again, it's one of those patches where either I didn't read it or they didn't release a patch, and it's just happened, and it's now become pretty decent again. Because I had a point where this was my go-to anti-air ship. It would kill everything. It was fantastic. Mistral's released. We had the system changes. It stopped performing, basically, and my spores were outperforming it and all sorts. And now it's like back in reverse, and this thing's, you know, one of the kings of the AA fleet. So, there you go. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.